Alright, good morning. Start my going back up here in a second. We're 4 minutes off the start. I've got PeppersGhost who made the race in Discord with me, and we're probably just going to chat and carry on. I'll unmute myself and bring the game back up because we're just about to cross the line and go. Alright, there we go, I'm back. Just had to get this on streaming this, like I try to stream these races, so I've got a record of them.
You got banned because it's a test. Shh, oh, don't use the word test. We're just doing a call it like a how do you call that? Like a surprise stream or something. You know, like a secret stream.
Yeah. I wasn't even expecting it.
Guy called this. It's like a streamer that's called Waters. He does this like secret streams, yeah. Surprise streams.
I wasn't even expecting to be here for the stream, so for the race, so it's a surprise race and a surprise. So I wasn't actually aware of it until someone said in global chat that you had one running, and yeah, and then you mentioned it in Discord.
Yeah, well, just a little test,
And I thought, yeah, well, I'll either be here for it or I won't be. I got distracted with my imaginary girlfriend, so here I am still here. She kept me busy and amused for a while. And then... But
still haven't decided what I'm gonna do, because it's like we're gonna totally go downwind.
yeah,
We're gonna try to run a cut zero.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to try and find speed where I can find it and not run into those nasty sandbars out there that I saw.
I can run a code, but it's gonna be sharp-ish.
I just tried a code and it wasn't doing anything for me.
Oh, I'm still on autosail. I'm just looking at what the boat does in autosail, and then compare notes.
Try and get a bit of push here while I'm on this tack. 1 minute to start.
This is where I was screwed up last long race. I was on anchors and I drifted over the line with 1 minute. Oopsie.
I've been trying to get my starts. I'm a little bit closer than I normally am. I've been trying to get my starts.
Yeah, well, that's the trick, you know, to get to the start earlier than you think that you should go to the start. Then you probably get it right. Trying to get this really right now, but we're gonna be a little early.
I can't see who's here next to me. Who's that there? Oh, that was Creel.
Oh, I got some distance. I can do some.
Alright, well I've already screwed this start up, but anyway, here we go.
Trigger right now. There we go. Pulling the old trigger.
I've already pooched the start, but here we go. Starting now.
Oh, Matt is splitting. Nice. I'm actually the one splitting, but he's going the right way and I'm going the other way.
Yeah, well I'm right behind you now, so...
Well, I'm not going to be doing this for long, so...
No, I'm not going to be doing it. Actually, I'm changing now because I don't like this wind angle.
Well, I can give you a little advantage. I've always been trying it for a long time, but it doesn't really work in this game. Like, invest in your speed and then, you know... I'm probably gonna...
Oops.
catch up right now. Oh yeah, catching up.
As long as I beat Creole, if he beats me in that rose, I'm going to be annoyed.
Well, not downwind. Maybe upwind in a good storm. The Rose is probably as quick as the Mini, but
Yeah, it's still pretty quick. I've had a hooting along there. I've got mine in the Bahamas at the moment, and it's not like, you know, it's nice, gentle weather, and it's at the moment it's only sort of 12 knots-ish wind and stuff like that, and she's cruising along at 7.5 knots there. I've been on her most of the evening.
yeah. I don't know what that barrier is in front of us, but
Yeah, that's the sandbars across there.
I don't know what that is, man. We might actually run into the ground. But
I made it through earlier.
Oh, it's a Creole.
okay. Cool.
How are you, mate? Yeah, I made it through. Where Matt's going there now, it's about the same spot I went through. I didn't go under 12 metres under the keel there.
That's actually pretty cool, you know.
Thought it was floating oil.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Like
I thought it was like a glitch, like a graphics glitch, because I had one the other day. But yeah, next minute you have run aground.
it's an extra nice bonus challenge. Matt is really quick.
Yeah,
I had a hard time keeping up with him last long race. We were running equal all the time up north, but then
I think it was him that I was racing in Disco's race the other day, and we just like, I made a mistake earlier on, and he caught up with me, and we were racing neck and neck pretty much all the way back then, and it was, yeah, a hell of a race, and he only beat me by a few seconds, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's quick. I'm catching up.
You are, or I'm not.
Steelers went for a bit and then change my angle. No.
Yeah, I should have stayed where
It would
I
be
was.
fun, you know, if you get like a, I don't know, international short race league or something. Long race league. Well, no leagues, but you know, just long race championships or something, like 10 races in a season, you know. tug along.
Oh, that's cool looking back at Creole and it's the sun right behind your sails.
Glad something's behind my sails.
Maybe petition the marshals to let you run your engine for a bit.
Oh, you took the old sluggaroo, you know, so it's not really the right conditions for the roast. Be quick. But it can be quick. The storm, you know.
Well, it's either the cat or the rose, and I thought the cat would be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
Well,
Not exactly a racer.
I figure if I'm going to sail the Dutch coast, I might as well do it in an old wooden boat.
Why not?
oh yeah.
I hope we get these racing cruisers soon, racing 38s or whatever it is that we're supposed to be getting.
Wind is seriously dropping.
Good. Wind drop.
There will always be wind. You know how it is.
Yep. Yeah, my map looks like a Christmas tree.
A lot of lights about. I want to make sure you don't hit
Yeah,
anything.
we do have a lot of buoys and thingies out there.
So I didn't get the option to save my waypoints before I started the race, which was a little different. And I don't have any waypoints here, just the buoy markers that you created. But when I look in my GPS, it shows me my distance to waypoint as being these buoy markers. So that's really interesting.
So it is, because I didn't set any waypoints
Oh,
either.
yeah. Well, that is actually what is supposed to happen. When you select yes, you know, and show the waypoints, it should actually show waypoints on the buoys and the start and finish.
Well, I see the start line and finish line and the buoys in between, and like I say, the GPS is telling me that how far away they are, but I don't actually have. I don't remember it being that way with the regular races.
Yeah, it works like that, but you know how it is when you get in the race.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really...
Area where you already have waypoints set, and it's gonna totally screw up.
I'm usually too busy trying to not get ropes wrapped around my neck, fall overboard and drown, so...
Well, a good thing is if you get entangled in ropes, you're gonna be on your when you go overboard, you still be able to pull yourself back on the boat. You'll be happy that you actually got entangled. There's nothing worse than seeing your boat sail away without you on it.
Oh, I could imagine.
I think that's one of the Worst nightmares you can have. There's actually a game, a drowning simulator,
Oh,
but it
wonderful.
actually happens. You drop off a sailboat and then you have to stay alive as long as you can. Crazy game.
How long can you tread water?
Oh, this goes as far as biting off your own fingernails so you get an adrenaline rush and stay alive for a longer period.
Oh wow.
That's
Thought of that.
pretty, yeah, that's pretty deep, you know. I saw a couple of YouTube movies of that game. I think people lasted for about 5 or 6 minutes or something, depending on where they were.
Yeah, well, that's
Depends, you know, if you got a safety suit and everything, and survival clothing, and a dinghy, maybe like a rescue inflatable thingy.
I hate to tell Cedric how fast I think one of my mini.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not telling him. And we have not even been the fastest. I think the fastest was 25.6 or something.
Yeah, I haven't broken 20 knots, but 18 and a half about my best.
geez, I haven't gotten anywhere near close to that, but I've only been sailing the Mini in these races and haven't had high winds.
Well, I've been close, but been at 20 knots in a severe storm. But that was before the surfing and tidal reaction. How do you call it? You know, like how the boat reacts on the
Gravity.
the gravity model and everything. You know, when the game was launched, we were basically just skidding over a flat surface with wave animations. And now it's like, the physics are completely different since that update when we got, you know, like a surfing animation, a surfing model, and also the wind stealing and everything. You know, the dynamic wind stealing.
Yeah.
That was a major change. It's nice when you're in a race and you got 6 or 7 boats next to each other and everybody lights up in red, you know, in the TWA, AWA, speed and everything. Well, we could go closer to the coast in a race like this, but you know, what's the purpose? It's all flat anyway out there. It's now dunes, I guess. It also feels more like an offshore race when you do it like 500, like a half a mile outside of the coast instead of next to the coast.
My anchor was still on. I don't know what's going on with me.
Yeah, I know. So I had that the other day too. That my ankle was on, but it wasn't. I wasn't anchored. It was weird. I don't know what that's going on with some of those.
Yeah, I've had that bug quite a couple of times. It's usually in a storm or a heavy wind, or after a storm. You know, when I change to another boat. Or
I haven't had any of
Well,
the offline issues that a lot of people have been having. I think yourself are having it where it's anchoring up and offline.
no,
Uh,
I'm sailing offline. It looks like, but if I get online with my boats, they automatically anchor up on me, and it's a fight to get them to unanchor. I can't get control of them. Um, but if once I get them running, if I leave them alone and I log off, I log back in and check the miles. It looks like they're sailing okay. It's a pain.
yeah, I
that's a big pain.
haven't had any of those
But
issues.
what I'm seeing right now though is I'm seeing that I'm anchored, and though I've got complete control of my sails and I'm on the move, but it says that I'm anchored.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at mine. Mine says the same thing. It's saying that I'm anchored at the moment. The little yellow line is on that.
I'm trying to get it to follow a course.
And I've just switched it off, and it's screwed my main sheet up.
It's like a 1 degree angle where my boat actually changes from cut 0 to jet.
I wish I had a third sail.
You need to be able to do a set, you know, like auto trim race or manual race or whatever. There's no option to do that. Oh, bad move. Bad, 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 bad.
Yeah, just keep zigzagging like that for me, Pepper.
Well, it worked with the 38, but with the Mini it's just... Well, it's not true, because in a long race I did about 60 tacks going upwind. Yeah, it was around 60, I think. But it was nothing. Car went up to 150 tacks or something. In a 6-mile distance or something, just to climb up, you know, climb up north. Doesn't take much to check the Mini.
That's too much work.
Yeah, but I did it too, and it worked, man. Went up from 30 to 6th. It's a lot of work, but when you get the hang of it, you know, with the Mini you can just basically slam it around in a couple of seconds because of the acceleration. You don't lose, well, you lose speed when you tack, but the acceleration, just, you know, it's like poof, you're back on max speed. That's why everybody loves the Mini. Well, what's not there to love, you know?
Cabin.
Yep. There we go.
The fact that I'd
Okay.
probably be sitting on one side, my legs would be dangling off the other side.
Well, there is a way to actually be able to stretch your legs in the Mini, but it requires you to remove the bow safety hatch and stick your feet through it. You're probably gonna bang your head a lot, you know, like when you get up in the morning or when you get up after a couple of hours of sleep, you're gonna be, oh no, not again. Oh, you're catching up, Mark.
Yes, I am, slowly, on both of yous.
Well, you know the saying, two dogs fight for a bone. The third one runs away with the bone. I don't know if that's actually a saying in English, but
Well, it is now.
that's what we say over here, yeah. Two dogs fight for a bone, the third one runs away.
I'm gradually getting used to this thing.
Well, the race editor tools actually make you you can set an infinite number of buoys. I think maximum is not infinite. I think maximum is something like 100. So you can actually build something like a Van de Globe or Mini-Transat, whatever you want, you know. And it's pretty easy. I just just think about, well, where do I want to start, where do I want to finish, and then I just teleport over there, write down the coordinates, punch them in the keyboard in the editor.
Oh, you can type coordinates. Good.
Yeah, the not the like the normal official longitude or latitude degrees, but the figures that's under it, yeah.
On the map degree.
Yeah, the map degree. So you punch those in, and if you make like 100 meters distance between buoys. But I think that's just standard, you know. You can't make like the start line a mile long or 6 miles long or a million miles long. It's just always the same. And in the first race I made, I had it actually pointed backwards. So I figured out how to do it. Well, this race is like the first time I made it, and it was the perfect start.
Excuse me.
Be right back.
Yep. Ugh. Okay. That was my smoky. Now, sail. I'm still doing pretty well on auto sail. I should get off auto sail. There we go. Expert mode. So weird. I'm actually dropping a little bit in speed when I go off auto sail. Well, not totally, but just a fraction. I'll have to jibe at one time. Of course.
Yeah, I sort of found my angle that I'm happy with, and kind of. What's my phone button for at this hour of the morning?
Nice little trimming. much, and I like to do trimming. I like to trim my boat. Well, it's not winter here, where you're sailing.
Nope. It is what, 4:30 a.m. on a fairly mild winter's morning. Actually, it's not cold or anything. Not that we really.
Just imagine, you know, being here.
Hmm.
Summertime. It's 24 degrees outside.
Yeah, we'll see if it'd be bloody.
Really nice day today.
The funny thing is, it's winter time here, and that's what we've been getting during the day anyway. We had like 30 degrees last week, or yeah, last week it was stupid hot, and it's cooled off again. Yeah, for middle of winter, 30 degrees. Give it a rest. Sitting around in boxes and a t-shirt in the middle of August.
We don't even get 30 degrees in the summer, man. Holy
I
moly.
just spent the last month in it. Well, I don't know what it is in Celsius, but 110, 150 degrees in Vegas.
Yeah, that's like 45, maybe
Yeah,
48 or something.
Yeah, that's just stupid. We had a period there last summer where we were getting I think we got up to about 48 one day, and it was like 45 degrees for days on end, and it was just atrocious to try and live through, plus high humidity that we get here.
Humidity.
Which would made it worse. I mean, I've dealt with 40 degrees plus, you know, every summer, especially when I was a kid, but it wasn't with humidity. I was up in the mountains, so it got hot, but it was dry. But living further north now and near the coast, just the humidity cracks in, and it's unbearable.
Yeah, as long as it's not humid, you know, it's okay, but when it gets humid, it's like,
Hey, look, I'm in fourth place. That's the best I've ever done.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have a leaderboard. That's a bit of a shame.
Oh, you mean a permanent one?
No, well, we do have a leaderboard after the race, and people outside of the race can look at the leaderboard right now, but we can't see it in game.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it right now. Matt's in
Well,
first.
yeah.
I'm in second, and you're in
yeah.
third.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it actually.
It does bug out a little bit.
My bad.
I was in one of El Patron's races,
Cool.
and he couldn't, like the Disco's race that we had the other day, and a couple of the others that we've had. He couldn't see. It just looked like everyone had DNF'd for all those, and he thought that his race was the first one that had recorded a result. And I go, oh no, it's just bugging out. Because I know the beer
Well, there were
can.
a lot of people in that race.
And I know, like, Disco Big Hand Racing. I said, yeah, it was definitely because I was there. I came 7th and I streamed the whole thing, and I can see the leaderboard now. So it bugs out for some people.
I'm gonna go mute for a bit.
Alright. Oh, I gotta make my move.
Ramming course. Wind's dropped right off up here.
Well, I'm probably gonna end up next to you guys. We're a little behind, but still have a little bit of a momentum. But I gotta tag when I cross. Then hope for the best. This is one of the sailing tactics I'm always trying, but it never works. It's more of a short race tactic.
Screenshots of the ramming attempt here to go with the video evidence for the marshals at the.
I'm not even close. I'm just crossing.
I could chuck a tennis ball at you.
Crossing your
Nice throw like a girl.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting impatient, but I should wait. Wait.
Well,
Don't attack.
I've got to come across at some point too, so I can get around the buoy.
Just gonna stay with it, you know, believe in my tactic.
I'm running along here. Well, maybe I
Run
fucking.
straight to the coast and then move up a sharper angle. You know, the speed difference will be not enough. Won't be enough to actually overtake you guys again. So.
I'm trying to keep. I seem to have a decent speed along here that I've caught you guys up with. So I'm trying to just
but
keep.
your course, you know, at one time you gotta change course. And
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm just trying to get as much of a run forward as I can to give me a bit of breathing room when I do have to tack.
People always think that sailing upwind is more difficult than sailing downwind, but it's not true.
No,
it's much more efficient when you sail downwind because you lose more and because you're faster, I guess.
Ah, press the right button. I've probably made that too tight now. There we go.
We're starting to lose a lot of distance now. Oh, just gonna stick with it.
You drop back and race Creole for a bit. Give him some company.
Creole's like the Lone Ranger.
He's the camera boat. He's got the TV crew on.
He's like the press boat. Oh man, I'm losing so much distance now. This is totally not worth it. No. Alright, checking. See if this works. Oh, I'm slow. Oh, shit. see if I can catch up. Doing 7.2. From something like 6.9 average. That's sharper. Let's see what happens. I've got about 3 boat lengths to go. Just rough estimating, like 50 boat lengths to go to the first buoy. So I gotta catch up like 1 boat length every 10 seconds. It's not gonna happen. No, not really catching up.
That's alright, I've still got to come across here yet.
I gotta run a sharper angle now to catch up with you guys. If that's possible. No.
I'm
Still learning so much with this boat, you know.
I'm at the moment pinning everything on a cooperative wind shift when I'm close to the buoy.
Well, I've had races and virtual skipper where I was like 30 seconds behind, and the guy in front of me did the same. Like, he needed 50 meters to come across the buoy into headwinds, you know, and he lost total momentum and just sailed around him and lost like a minute or something.
Yeah, well, I did that in the race. I was
That's some risk, you know.
in Disco's race the other day. I just come around the buoy and was getting a bit of lag and a bit of that stutter, and things just weren't working, and I ended up losing a lot of time and dropped from 4th back to 7th or something, and I couldn't quite claw it back. don't fail me now, I've sacrificed the goats and the virgins and everything like that. Unfortunately, I have to do this.
Oh, there you go.
Not for very long though, I hope. I may have just given you your opening though.
Oh yeah. Let's experiment.
Oh, it's just a little bit too wide, I think. And didn't quite make enough gain. Either that or Matt found a little bit of extra speed where he was.
system.
About 24, 23 seconds or something, I think.
Oh, there it is. VHF 20 miles.
Be right back.
Yep.
Pepper, I thought you'd catch him on a turn.
Nah, didn't work. I tried 3 different things and 2 of them didn't work.
According to the GPS, I have 0.75 miles to the waypoint. According to the leaderboard, I have 1.1 to the mark, the first mark.
Yeah, there always seems to be like a deviation. It somehow calculates like a straight line or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the GPS is correct. If I look at the scale.
Yeah, GPS is correct, but you say it. I also looked up coordinates on Google Earth, and they actually deviated a lot, like a mile or something. So if I use the coordinates from where the fastnet rock is, and I punch them into the game, it's going to be like a mile next to it.
That's close.
I don't know how that's supposed to work, because they're supposed to be the same coordinates, but still. I should set it for like a half an hour later or something, or earlier, so we get a little bit more sun. But yeah, it depends on the time of the year, of course.
Monk, you're gonna catch about 15, 20 miles on me on 38s.
A bit longer, a bit more than that, I think.
Well, I figure about 2 hours worth because of about however long I'm online on the roads is what I'll stop.
Ah, I see.
So and you're doing about 8 knots. You figure you're doing 8 knots, so 16 nautical miles in 2 hours. Figure 20, 25, because it'll be probably be 2.5, 3 hours before I finish this. Unless I DN out. Let's test it. Let's test the DN out. We'll see how you guys.
It works.
Does it work?
Actually, I made a race and then I started it and then I quit it, you know. But I didn't realize it was already running officially without being practice race, and I couldn't edit it anymore. It was like grayed out in my list. And I was like, why can't I edit it anymore? And then suddenly realized, okay, yeah, the race is on. So it might actually be a race that's going to be constantly on, and I DNF'd. There were no other opponents. So. Bruce.
Yeah, house hasn't burned down yet. Good for that for.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
you still got your PC and everything.
Yeah, well, we just came back today to get some more stuff, and we had to make sure we had some death certificates, stuff like that.
Death certificates.
Well, this house is in my name and my dad's name. My dad's dead, so I had to get his death certificates.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You gotta show the law that he's actually not there anymore.
Yeah.
Well. Man, that sucks. Bushfires and you know, like wildfires.
Yeah, well, I didn't do anything about it in time, and it's now grown to 100,000 acres and burned 5 houses. And it's looking pretty bad the last couple of days. It's been okay today, here at least. The wind is going 100 away from town and from my house, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great news.
Yeah, that's good news.
But it's 100,000 plus acres, and they have 0% control, so that's not good news. Yeah, it's not what you do in a hotel room with bad internet.
No swimming pool, no pool table, no nothing. I'm just trying to help, you know.
Yeah, we've got eating out more restaurants. I'd never eat out. I'm a homebody, so it's like, oh god, I have to eat out.
Always cook my own food.
Yeah.
Always good. That's typically American, you know. You guys always eat out, you know, or take.
Whatever.
I rarely eat out.
Really?
Really?
So it's just like a stereotype thinking of me. I'm really sorry, man.
Should be.
I'm really sorry. Well, you're probably exceptional.
No, I'm just poor.
Was here. Well, that's what I used to do when I was at home without a job or anything. I used to make a lot of time for my cooking, you know. I actually started to enjoy it, you know, to cook my own food and everything. I get everything fresh and yeah, it was nice. But nowadays, you know, it's like different. You come home, well, you're tired, still gotta cook your food. It's all gotta be done. Well, Matt passed the second mark.
Yeah, he's well ahead now.
Oh, I'm catching up, but it's just meter by meter.
Yeah,
Inch by inch.
gradually.
catching up for the last 5 minutes. I was catching up after the first waypoint.
Yeah, well, I knew that would happen because I didn't quite. I got my strategy a little bit wrong
I
there.
screwed up major because I did a major screw up on my rudder, so it cost me about 5 seconds or something. I want to make it. I want to make a race that's, you know, like as long as this one with like 20 buoys that you gotta pass. You know, like a slalom race. That could be a lot of fun. But we need a different boat for that. You know, we need like a dinghy or something. Even a mini is a little bit too big for that kind of racing. Well, depends, you know. Okay, let's see how much I gained. Because it's not going to be long before I cross to like 20 seconds or something.
I went from minute 22 to
20. I'm going to hit it at 25 or something. Yeah, 20.
lost about
Yes.
2 minutes. So what's your? Where am I off to? I'm off
So did I gain?
trying to steer and nothing's steering.
Too tired to calculate. 8 seconds. So 34 seconds. Was a minute 11. Minute 15 seconds. So I gained about 40 seconds. But Matt is gone.
Yeah, I lost about 1 minute and 10 seconds to him through that.
Well, it's not too bad, you know, we were keeping up with him.
I got
He
you
is
guys
quick.
right where I want you.
Where? In front of you.
Oh, here he goes. Now he's nearly at the mark. Holy.
See, he picks the roads and he gets frustrated.
I'm not frustrated.
I'm not frustrated. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a good, I think it's a good distance, you know, for like a weekday race.
I think this is great.
Need more weekday races. We can do this all over Europe, you know. A little short race along the British coast, French coast, Irish coast, Spanish coast, Italian coast. Like a sort of a mini short race championship thingy.
Oh, I'm cooking now. 6.5 knots.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's not a lot slower than us, you know. We're doing 7, I guess.
I was hoping somebody would bring a 38.
Why?
So, something to compete with.
Well, we should try all different boats, you know. And on the other hand, it's a race. My Mini is free, you know, it's not like it's doing something like a Mini-Transat. Basically, I set up the first race and then I put the boat on that race on the same waypoints and let the boat sail for the whole day. And when I came home and it was finished, then I set this up. So keeping the Mini free for the races, you know. But I'm not gonna do the long race this weekend.
It looks like a tough one.
Well, that's not my concern. I don't want to spend my whole weekend racing again.
I know I got tired.
Well, I get tired, but I don't have the time in the weekend to rest out. So this Monday wasn't that bad, you know. I had enough sleep on Sunday, but still.
Yeah, with school and all, I won't have time. I'll be studying a lot. I'll be at the law library a lot.
Well, a new machine is arriving on the 4th of September, so that's in a little more than 2 weeks. I'll be spending a lot of time on that, and yeah, doing this on the side, I guess. I'm already doing this on the side, I guess, since I've been doing this job. Well, we're finally catching up a bit.
Yeah, I just tried a little experiment and it didn't work, so you're going to gain a bit of ground there.
Got a really nice angle. It's not going to last for the whole leg to the next buoy, to the next marker. Oh man, I was trying to watch that America's Cup race with the French, and all the America's Cup videos are removed from YouTube. The whole channel is gone. Can't believe it.
Copyright?
No, I think they just took it off the channel so they can make DVDs and everything, you know, and sell them to people and then put it back on after they sell everything. I don't know. Or it's easier, you know, to upload all the races and everything, all the replays, and then before you do that, take the channel offline and then upload them and take the channel online again. I don't know how that works.
I was watching a bit of the Clipper round the world thingy. Clippers? Have I got that right?
Oh yeah.
Nice big boats.
Yeah, that's a big race.
But I was looking at those big, what are they called?
There's quite a
those
a couple of sailing on
those big things. What are they? J-class things. Those monstrous
you
great
mean
big.
J? Oh man.
Man.
Don't get me started on J-class. Please. That's by far my favorite boat.
Oh, that's just. I was looking at the Surveyor, one of the newer ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, what a gorgeous boat! It's just.
It's a piece of art, man.
Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I've never read or bought one before, but I bought a yachting magazine the other day, and it had a like a free magazine in it on those big super yachts, and I saw it in that, and I thought, oh, you've got to be joking! When you look at that boat, it bloody helm is nearly as big as my house. It's just like, what?
Yeah, but also, you know, the sail surface and the beautiful shape of hull, you know.
Yeah, and just
The regulations, I like what I really like is the regulations that you can only use an original 1930s design.
yeah. I know.
That particular America's Cup race, you can only use that particular design. And you can't use a design that's already been used. So you gotta go into the archives, you know. Find a good design.
Yeah, I was reading up a bit on them, and I was looking at some, like the
They have to, you know, build the boat in the old classic style, and everything else on the boat can be like space age, whatever. But the hull needs to be in the same, needs to be manufactured in the same style. And that's the whole problem. That's really, really, really expensive. It's all handwork.
yeah, I've seen the price on some of them, and it's just like,
Think you're better off buying just a normal super yacht, you know.
yeah. Well, I'd be happy with
Without
something like a
sails.
54-foot thing that just for me to get in and just, yep, whatever.
Well, I would be happy with a little 20-foot sailboat, you know. I'm not too ambitious.
I reckon if I could get something around 34 to 40.
Well, I see a lot of boats going out to sea, and especially around this time of the year. And well, most of them are around 30 feet, you know, 30, 35. Some are a little bigger.
Well, I was watching. I can't remember who it was that linked the video. I think Nomad linked the videos in the Discord of that oh jeez, I can't remember his name now. Norwegian guy that was going to. Oi, stop stealing my wind, Peppers.
Oh, sorry.
What's going on here?
Well, overtaking, so...
Yeah, you've caught me right up here. I'll do a little bit of wiggling backwards and forwards. I'll get the swivel gun out, fixture. Yeah, Norwegian guy who was sailing from Norway to the Shetlands and back North Sea, and he was, I think he was only like about 35 foot or something like that. Just him by himself.
Yeah, but that's a big boat, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes a lot of time to trim, and it's not really suited for solo racing.
Well, he was just,
So-
he wasn't really racing, he was just sailing. And he was in like 30
Yes.
knot winds and 4 metre waves. He had his mainsail down and he was just running on his foresail all the way across basically.
It's difficult, you know. Takes a lot of physical action, and well, I'm getting a little later in life, so...
Yeah, well I'm the same, and I mean I've got, yeah, we're neck and neck at the moment. Pass us a beer, will you? Pass us a beer and I'll pass you a sandwich. We'll have lunch.
Should be passing you, but it's like
We've caught Matt up a little bit as well. He's not too far ahead of us now.
no, I think he's AFK or something.
Well, it's possible.
Normally,
Yeah, I'm catching you guys.
no way. No way.
He'll only
Oh, it's a road, you know.
be.
Done surprising things already.
Can't see a damn thing because I've got this bloody Jenica in my face, a big orange thing here.
Yep. Yeah, we gotta split a little bit or something, I don't know. Why am I not passing you? I'm stealing a little bit of your wind.
Well, you're not shadowing now, mate, according to.
No, I'm not shadowing you, but it's like I'm just trailing you, and that's the problem. You know, when I'm
Yeah.
trailing you, even when I'm
My numbers are white and I'm
Leeward.
still making 7 knots, so. 6.7
but
to
when
7
I'm
knots.
leeward, you know, and your mast drag is gonna affect my sail.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I'm probably gonna be staying here forever. Because if I go to starboard, I'm gonna lose some speed, and then I'll still have to pass you, and you're gonna get in the same situation as where I am now.
Well, there is approximately an
Oh, there we go.
87% chance that I'm going to screw it up at the mark anyway. So yeah, you surge forward and then see, there we go. What? No. Bloody
I think
roadhog.
this is just a little bit of lag or something.
Yeah, well now you've taken all more wind, so you're going to.
Well, I'm still passing you. I'm not hitting you.
Well, I've got my wind back now,
This
so.
is okay.
But
Ooh,
I'm
it's lagging a bit.
Yeah, I'm out of trim as well. Yeah, I find that's a real pain when boats are really close to each other. You get a lot of lag. Especially when you're going around a mark, you get like a stutter. And you think you're only turning, 40 degrees, and you end up turning bloody 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
I was having real issues with that. And
Yeah, that's not supposed. Yeah, it's not supposed to look. Yeah, it does in the game.
it's like it's just a bit of server desync that just causes like a lag or an FPS lag.
Yeah, well, that's why. Well, a lot of people say we need more visibility, more, like visual range in the game. But if they do that, it's gonna get worse. It's just the rendering and everything.
Oh, he is catching.
Wow, Creole. You're not gonna win this race, are you?
Yeah.
He's gonna storm by us, and we're gonna be like, what?
Wouldn't that be something if the server
What?
screwed up and I was the only one that
He's got
advanced?
dancing girls on the foredeck, and he's just cruising past. Lads, wave as you go by.
Well, I'm really surprised actually that ST2 Gaming got you got like disqualified from the long race last weekend. I was really like, what? They actually corrected something.
Oh, I think that's
Fix the leaderboard?
yeah.
Yeah.
S2 Racing, they pretty much took him out. They fixed a couple of leaderboards where that sort of thing was happening.
Well, people were complaining about it, but it was all okay, but everybody was fine with it. Did the correction, everyone was like, yay! Hooray! Actually, never saw him in the race. Never. Was sailing next to him.
I hovered over a lot of guys. I don't remember seeing him there, but I may not have spotted him. But on many occasions, I was checking in on that race. That's why I was so surprised. I didn't even think he was in it.
No, I think he just put out his waypoints and got his nailed at a beach or something. Just game really quick. Help me, and then teleported through all the islands, like 5 miles through. There's actually no wind at all, like 16 miles from where the race actually is. It's just like this little breeze.
around you guys racing. I like to see you make this turn. Good luck to both of you.
Already tacking.
Yeah, you bugger.
Yeah,
What are you doing? Get out back up.
tack first.
Somebody's getting run over.
Shit.
Hey,
Oh.
passes
I was
me.
gonna turn one around, but
Oh,
I'm
tried.
so happy there's no collision mark.
Yeah, we would have been bumping pretty nice there.
You would have been so mad at me.
We were
What are
inside
you
it.
doing?
I turned around, bloody, what the hell? I was racing one of the owlies, and the server desynced right out, and we both. It was just it was a 3-boat race, but the other boat was well behind us, and we pretty much both disappeared completely. Like you couldn't see each other boats, and it was right as we were coming around the jib mark, and as we were coming around the mark, we both reappeared to each other, and we were inside each other. Like his boat was inside my boat as we were going around the mark, and the server just started going crazy, and I thought, oh god, here we go.
Really? Oh, we're testing, so something we should test out. Oh, I can't tag because you're inside.
I know, I'm being a road hog myself.
We really need to tag, man. I will tag if you will tag.
I'll be back in a bit. Good luck, guys.
No worries. I'm going across there now. Oops, ease the out hole, ease the out hole. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. Oh, well, around we go. I'm going to check the markings on the side of my boat to see whether the paint matches yours as we go around here.
Oh, you got a really crazy paint job, so I probably will look like it. You have some of my paint on your boat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a marker.
I think we're going to be clear here.
So
I'll drop back a little bit.
put it next to a lighthouse or something. What's that grey thing there over there? It's like a grey rock or something.
Possibly.
6 seconds. So, finish line.
Hey, I just wanted to chime in here real quick. You see how it marked 2 different passings around the marker? Look in VHF channel.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy. That's actually true.
That's weird.
No, I did too, and they're like,
I thought it was me, but
20, 30 seconds different.
Apart. Yeah, that's weird. That's their software.
it's not like I put 2 marks on the same spot. I was to actually tune so. Maybe because I changed it. Well, that was
if you
the
look,
point that I changed.
on the leaderboard, it shows that there's 6 marks when there's only 3 in the game, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's telling me I'm still on my way to mark 1 of 6.
Oh yeah, the same for me.
Yeah, same.
So that's something to put in your notes there, Pepper, that it's not accurately keeping track of the mark passings.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've
And the only thing I changed was one rotation of the one of the buoys. So change any order. So yeah.
well, I've taken a screenshot of that
Everybody
anyway.
left that particular race. We all came back in the edited version, like the latest changed version that I'm on. So there's
He looks thicker on my map, like there might be a second one there.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
looks normal for me.
Well, and remember, because
I like
I've been
white lights on the map.
I've been streaming this as well, so there's going to be video recording for anything that you need. So you only have to get the video off my YouTube channel if you need it to show the devs anything.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna test this out. Let's sync it. Finish tomorrow.
It works great. Except I'm not in the lead.
You're in the lead for your class, mate.
Well, we can all make like 360.
Yeah, come back with me.
I don't
Are
think.
you back home now, Creole? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I got back yesterday and I'm beat. Shouldn't be doing this right now. The missus is not happy. Just got home.
I know that feeling, but I'm divorced now.
Mine's pretty cool, so when she gets frustrated, I know it's for a reasonable reason.
Ah, there we go. We're getting messages again.
Oh yeah, you've just passed the mark about 8 minutes after you passed the mark.
Hell.
There's extra marks in there. Now look at the leaderboard and see if they're updating.
I'm having a look now.
Oh,
Notice there's still 1 of 6.
1 of 6.
Speed 0 not speed 0.
But you
Speed 0
look at us on the map
You
where
were
it's
doing
saying,
best, please.
yeah, I mean look at us on the map now. Matt's a good 150, 200 meters ahead of us, and yet you're shown on the leaderboard as the leader at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And
That's a good bug. I like that bug, man.
that's hacks. That is the race creator hacks. You've got a button there that just says, "Yeah, nah, boom." Going to reduce the wind down near Creole by a knot, and Bunk will take care of that.
If wind is 10 knots, decrease wind for other players.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Ban.
Yeah, because it said Matt has passed the mark, then Peppers has passed the mark, then Monk's passed the mark, then Peppers passed the mark, then Monk's passed the mark, then Matt has passed the mark, and then Peppers has passed the mark. It was like, what the hell? Are we even in the same race? It's just very, very weird. Oh, hello again.
Oh, you're getting closer. Possible.
I'm going to go back the other
What are
way.
you doing? How do you do it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Being away for so long, I've got like 20 things to download on Steam for updates.
Oh, yeah, and everything could be like 11 gig or something like that. It's just
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah. Basically, it's like with Armor 3 when you have to download the whole game, like gigs.
Yeah,
And it's even worse, but don't even get Star Citizen.
no, I know. A friend of mine plays it, and I'm just going, nah, not going anywhere near it. Not anywhere near it. Not until they have at least their partial patcher thing working. They're
I don't mind how the game is right now, but when there's a new update, you have to
download the
Basically
whole
download
thing
the whole
again.
thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like 36 gigs or something.
And I'm on crappy bush internet out here, and that's just not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, and like in rural country internet. So what do you mean? Neither I would trade for anything else, but
Oh yeah, I love being out here where I am, but it's nice and quiet, nobody to bug me. Got the whole house to myself because everyone else is on holidays at the moment.
oh, that's always nice for a little while.
Oh, I don't mind it. I mean, I did the whole single living thing for many, many years, and before I got married and whatnot.
Ooh, so both your boats do like a twist turn.
Yeah, I saw that. Thought you were definitely coming on Ram Corsair.
Well, holidays are almost over here. Next week all the kids are gonna have to go back to school. So I'm just gonna come back already, just back up. And it's gonna get busy and traffic jams. And then it will start to like get one big traffic jam on the ferry into my work and everything, tourists and everybody coming back to work.
Alright, well, I'm
Actually,
gonna get out of here. I'll be back when I hopefully in a couple of days I'll let us back in good.
hey dude, take care.
No worries, mate. Take care.
Yeah, well, you guys have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
What is Blackborough doing here? He's the regatta. You see local, or rather all user online chat.
I don't know what
Blackie?
he's. Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing. He was doing some testing or something himself last night when I was on.
Yeah, he's got a race. He's got a race attitude.
Yeah,
He's
he's got.
doing his races in French, so it's already. Doesn't mean a lot actually, by the way, because I don't think like he actually speaks. Actually, Corsair does a lot of translation or.
I thought he spoke English.
Yeah, just little simple sentences like.
That's better than my
I think
French.
he understands, but he can't write it or something.
It's a lot better than my French. Wee poo poo, escargot, something
I
like
can
that.
understand French pretty well as long as they don't go like. You know,
Well,
like
I'm French descent. I'm French descent. Have a French surname. Family comes from Saint Malo. I don't speak a word of it.
Oh, you know, just
I speak.
used to have French lessons in school thing.
I speak
Went to the
Bogan,
south
mate.
of France when I was a
What?
kid. So.
I've
My
never.
name's French Canadian. I was adopted, and so I'm an Italian with a French Canadian name.
Italian with a French Canadian. I gotta let that sink in, dude. Wait. So yeah, like French descendants, American, to Canada.
Yeah, my name.
And your
my
mother or father is
came-
Italian.
My real father's Italian. Yeah, my adopted father's family came from Nova Scotia down to Lafayette, to Louisiana, and settled in Lafayette.
There.
And then when I found that out when I was in the Air Force, they called me Creole. That was my flight name.
I think it's really cool, man. It suits you.
So a lot of people think I'm a black Creole, which I'm not.
Yeah, I actually think you're one of those really pale guys.
Yeah, I'm a real pale.
One of the like Polish pale, you know.
Band.
Like a British pale, you know, when they go on holiday to Spain and they lay on the beach for the first day, 12 hours.
They go
And
from
they're all
pale
like
to bright
skin
red,
burnt.
and it's just like just burnt to a crisp.
Oh man, I've seen that happen a lot of times.
Yeah, well, I got like
Well, then they get drunk, you know.
when I was married, I was
Hey,
married to Irish lass, and she was pale as pale as pale, and her family would come out from
Irish
Ireland,
girls, oh, yeah.
and yeah, her family would come out from Ireland and that, and yeah, they'd go play in the sun and stuff like that, and they'd be burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, well, I'm at 7,000 feet altitude where I live, and we.
Oh, you're gonna burn stuff
Yeah,
like.
yeah, we get people who come out to the lake out here, and then they do that, and they just get. It's not funny. They get hurt bad.
Well, I'm lucky because I've got like a French descent, but I've got the real olive European skin, and I have to be in the sun all day to actually get burnt.
Yeah, me too. But that's only because I have like 4 months a year of UVB light therapy. My skin is really, really used to the sun, artificial sun.
I used to, like when I was a kid, work out and just do seasonal work during the school holidays out in like fruit orchards and stuff like that, and you'd be on the top of a ladder out the top of a tree in 40 degrees heat, and never ever got burnt.
Well, I did used to get burned.
And we'd have all these like European backpackers and that there doing the seasonal work as well, and yes, they'd be forever lathering the stuff on. And
I think my worst burn was when I was in Malaga, the south of Spain. It was like 42 degrees. We were on the beach for a couple of hours, and it was really scorching hot, you know, like scorching hot. There's a lot of light reflection also in
yeah.
buildings behind the beach and everything.
See, I used to get sunburnt
And we got
worse.
back to the apartment, my feet would burn so bad. I actually had blisters on my feet.
Yeah, I
Like,
used to get worse sunburnt when I went skiing, cross country skiing, snow skiing, from the reflection more than anything. It used to burn my face, where normally my face wouldn't be too exposed to the sun during the summertime. And my daughter's inherited my dark skin, but my boy's inherited his mother's Irish skin, so I'm going to watch him or he gets bright red. My ex-wife, she was shocking. Like, she couldn't go, for a walk in the park without coming back with all the backs of her legs burnt. And it's just like, oh God, I'm glad I don't have that skin.
Well, imagine me after like 2 months of UVB therapy. My whole skin is like 2nd degree burned and dries out like it's like paper, you know.
These days I barely leave my cave to see the sunshine. Dirty, stinking shut-in is what I am.
Well, I like to be inside, out of the sun.
Well, I like to go out and do things, but with my knees being like they are, it just ends up in grief usually, and a lot of pain. Then I'm stuck inside anyway because I can't bloody walk.
Oh yeah.
Hey Pepper, you have this race course saved off, right? It's like save where you can load it and edit it.
I think so. If we finish it, it's probably gonna I'm not actually sure. I think a race that has actually been sailed is not yet, is not anymore available for editing. But I can copy it.
I was just wondering if it's in a library like our voyages are. If you had a library too.
No, I don't think so. Actually, I'm not sure because the race that I made is still going. I think it's gonna go on definitely time. But this one, well, if we all finish, maybe it comes to like an editable. It's again.
Well, I must say I'm enjoying the course. Like I'm really enjoying this course. This is definitely one I would race again.
This could be good for a short midweek race, you know.
Well, not if you have to set it up every time.
It's only 5 minutes of work, you know. I can write down the code and send it in a text file. Just copy paste them. Wouldn't be a bother. Do that all day. You know, you have to. It's basically web based, but just browser based editing coordinates.
It's a great location, and it's
Couple of options, you know, like what boats you want to use, all classes or just a specific boat. Yeah, and then basically I just teleport to a site where I think, well, a race could be interesting. And there are a lot of lighthouses around here, so.
Yes, it's a good location, and it's been a good course, and it's something different to a lot of the up and downs that I've done.
Well, I think I should start it like half an hour. I should have started it like half an hour earlier, so sun.
Okay, so I just rounded the last marker, and now it's pointing for my bearing. It's pointing 180. It's pointing directly off my keel, my stern, my keel, right off my stern.
Look at the scoreboard now. Now it's like we're still 1-6.
Yeah, still 1-6.
Oh, Monk, I think you're gonna win.
Oh, it's going to come down to the wire, I think.
Gonna be worse than
It's going to be a close one. I had to catch up a lot of ground to get yous.
Almost Matt's counter attack. He's gonna counter attack. You probably are just gonna go straight on. He's probably gonna go straight on.
Well, he managed to beat me in Disco's race by only like a few seconds the other day, so you probably want to do the same thing.
Well, he's one of those straight line sailors, you know. What I did in challenges. I should just do the same, but well, it's like something inside me tells me to, you know, like sail a sharper angle, do more speed, and then I don't do that more speed. So I gotta stop that. And it's not really realistic because in real life, if you actually do that, if you sacrifice a little bit of distance, you sail a sharper angle, you sail faster, and it just doesn't translate in this game. That's what I used to do in Virtual Skipper all the time, and what I was taught in sailing school as well. It's about a 2-hour race, so that's cool. I'll actually make it a little shorter next time. This is actually going to be the finish of the Volvo Ocean Race next year, where we are racing. And I'm going to probably be there in June. Well, Matt is in front and says I'm second. You're first. Matt is in first. It says you're first, second. So it all depends on where the boat is actually pointing. Bow is actually, because he's got a sharp angle now. So visualize if he turns around. Do it. Oh, now he's turned. It should show up as first again. That could also be a problem if you're really close to somebody and you're finishing. It's not going to update at the right time. But I haven't seen it happen. It seems to be. See, this is a typical case of two boats fighting for a bone. Hell. Well, Mike, you're still leading.
He's going to do me, well and truly, so...
All these lights, you know, it looks a little bit like a real coastline. Dark. That was a little bit of my goal, you know. Get as much lighthouses and things to see.
He's past the line, but it hasn't said that he's... Unless
he's got a DNF. What?
Did he go
really?
around the outside of the mark? He might have I don't know. He looked like he was pretty close out there to the
DNF'd.
The buoy out there.
markers in this race that where somehow the markers got messed up.
Yeah, well,
It's really weird.
I think I made like 5 coordinates, like longitude, latitude. Nothing else. I finished. Nicely finished.
Yeah, you finished. Monk finished.
Well, maybe it could be a desync, like he didn't restart.
Yeah, I mean he was pretty wide out there on the line, but it looked to me like he'd gotten across it, but it didn't come up and say that he'd actually passed the mark and won the race. So I don't know. I'll turn my stream off now anyway.